So far, we've seen how to create strings using string literals. Now we'll see how to create strings by joining other strings together. So the first common thing that you'll do with strings is concatenate them with other strings. That means to join them together. For instance, if we had a variable called part1, and the string was hello, with a space after it, and then if we had another variable called part2, with the value world, we could create another string that is the joining of these two by using the plus operator. We'll store this into a variable called whole, which will be part1 plus part2. So we can do console.log whole, save it, and refresh it. And we can see now whole contains the string hello world. You can concatenate string literals themselves instead of just variables. For instance, if we replace part1 with hello and part2 with the literal string world, the same effect will happen where whole is hello world. We can save and refresh our browser and see that it is the same. But I'm going to change it back to being our variables here. Now we can concatenate anywhere that we have a string. For instance, if we wanted to add on to whole here, we do whole plus, and we'll add some extra exclamation points. And if we refresh, we'll see that the string is now concatenated. So we can use as many plus operators to concatenate as many strings together as we would like. Now we can use the concatenation operator also to make our code a little easier to read. For instance, let's take a look at our multi-line string. Here, by reading it, we can see that there are 2 new line characters, which make it a 3-line string. However, the literal in our code is all done in 1 line. Ideally, it would be nice if we could split it onto multiple lines, but we remember that we cannot split a literal string onto multiple lines in JavaScript. But we can, however, create multiple strings, place them on different lines, and concatenate them together with the plus operator. For instance, we can do something like this. We'll end our first string right after our new line character by adding a double quote. And then we'll use the plus operator to say we're going to concatenate another string onto this string. So we'll add another quotation mark, another plus to concatenate, and we'll create the last string by adding another quote. Now this in itself should not have changed the value of our multi-line string, and we can find out by saving it and refreshing in our browser. And we still see this is line 1, this is line 2, and this tab is line 3. But the advantage we now have is we're actually able to split this onto multiple lines. For instance, we could do a new line right after the plus, and we can arrange it however we like. We have to remember to have the plus on the end of the line. This is because when JavaScript sees a plus, it knows that there should be something on the right-hand side. So it'll search for the second operand by going down to the next line, where it finds line 2, and again finds line 3 for the final concatenation. If we save this out, and we refresh our browser, we see that the result is the same. Now, it may not be the prettiest way to create a multi-line string, but in JavaScript, it's pretty much our only option. We can either have all of our string on a single string literal on 1 line, or we can split it into multiple substrings and add our new lines by using \n and concatenating them together using the plus operator. Up next, we'll learn about some of the properties and methods of strings.